Hey YouTube, this is the review on the Philips SensoTouch 3D 1250X, which is the base model of all these SensoTouch 3Ds. You can get this at the shaver shop or I don't know, any other shaver shops for $430, and the top model, which is the 1290C, I think it is, for around $700. And the basic differences between the base model and the most expensive model is the base model has a plastic frame, a push button, and this display is different to the top model. Also, the top model comes with what's called a jet clean system, which is a kind of a bigger dock that you can sit the razor in, and it will automatically clean it. All you have to do is add some jet clean solution and hit a button and it will clean the system for you. However, if you do want that, it will cost you more money, not only just for the jet cleaning system, but you'll constantly be having to buy some more jet cleaning fluid to top it up with. And I mean, cleaning this thing isn't hard. I mean, to save yourself $300, I'll get into cleaning later, but I'd recommend getting the base model because they all have the exact same head, the same shaving system, so you'll get the exact same shave from the base model than what you will with the top model. Okay, so basically what you're going to get out of the box is the razor itself, this protection cap, which just slides on like that, the charging stand, which is multi voltage, so it'll work in America or Australia, Japan, whatever. You'll also get this little cleaning brush for cleaning out the head, this travel case, which is the base model one. I think if you get the top model, you'll get what they call the deluxe version or something like that. I don't know, it's a bit of a waste of money in my eyes. It's just a harder travel case. And you'll also get the manuals and all the warranty and stuff like that. Anyway, as I was saying, this one goes for $430 at the shaver shop. However, I got this one off eBay for $260 plus free postage, and even still, I've seen it on Amazon for probably $150, something ridiculous like that. This was brand new as well, so it wasn't used. That's why I didn't get it cheap. Alright, I'll get into it. So, taking this off. The thing about this shaver that they're trying to market so hard is the 3D system, or what they call the 3D system, which is it flexes that way, it also flexes in like that and outwards. So it'll basically follow the contours of your face without having to press too hard, which is a good thing because that will stop irritation. So I'll get into cleaning now. With the top model, obviously you can just sit it in and it'll automatically clean itself. Just if you want to see what that looks like, there's other videos on YouTube of that. So this one's actually really easy. I mean, you basically just, once you're done with it, have it under the tap like that. I turn it on and have hot water running over it. You can also lift these up like this and, rinse out each one at a time like that. And then I also just fill up the sink with some hot water, turn it on and run it around like that, and that usually gets out most of the hair. And if you're really pedantic about getting it clean, you can open this up, take out each individual blade, and clean it with the brush and some hot water. The only thing is, if you do take out the blade, you have to make sure you put it back in the one that you took it out, because apparently I read in the manual each blade is made for each little section that it came in. And if you don't, it can take a few weeks for it to get back to optimal shaving performance, or so it says. So that's cleaning. Also, I've got this, which I brought from the shaver shop. All I do is, once I've finished washing it, I'll just spray the top, each one, and have it running for 10 seconds. And that's meant to help lubricate it. And on this it just says, protects, cleans, and lubricates. It's some sort of alcoholic-based cleaner. And I reckon that does the job just as well as any jet clean system. Also, the jet clean system is pretty big. It's going to take up a fair bit of space on in your bathroom bench top or whatever. For the charger, I'll just get rid of this. For the charger, pretty good. It's got suction cups on the bottom, and just this one cord that plugs into here. So you can stick that on the table, bench, whatever, and it will, you know, stick there pretty well, which is good because you just throw it in, pull it off, it's not going to fall over or whatever. And it takes roughly an hour to fully charge the battery, and out of that hour you'll get, I think it's 50 minutes of use. On the top model you get an extra 10 minutes, but is that worth $300? If you got the money, go for it, but if you just want to get the Razor for a cheaper price, go the base model. And the 50 minutes, depends how much you shave, it'll last you up to 2 weeks, which is handy. If you go away for the weekend, doesn't mean it means you don't have to bring your charger and all that. It'll easily last you. I've had it for about 3 weeks now, and I've only had to charge it once because it came flat. And yeah, it charges pretty quick. I'll get into the pros and cons of the actual Razor. Pros is mainly, I guess the main reason people buy these kind of things is convenience. You don't have to use a shaving gel. You can if you want. This one's completely waterproof, so you can take it in the shower and use some shaving cream. Use it in the bath if you have baths these days. So it will work completely submerged in water. That's why it's easy to clean as well. You can just throw it in the sink and have it running and it'll clean itself. Personally, I prefer to use it without shaving cream. I'm not sure if this is the case for everyone, but when I use the shaving cream, I actually got a rash. And I have read a few reviews, and they'll say it will take a couple of shaves before your skin gets used to it. But I've just found when I use shaving cream, it does give me a rash. And if you do use it and get a rash, my advice is do not scratch. I scratched and I had a rash for about a week, and it's pretty ugly. So yeah, I found using it dry will not give me a rash, whereas using it wet can. And you don't get I don't think you get a closer shave when you use the shaving cream. You know, some people prefer to use the shaving cream because it makes your skin feel a little softer, but if you want that, just moisturize after you shave. It's basically got, this is why it's got the closest shave out of any razor on the market. It's got 3 rings. The outer ring, I'll just try to make it focus there. The outer ring catches the long hairs. There you go. The middle ring, which is this one, catches flat hairs, flat lying hairs, and the very center ring catches the short stubble. So it's got 3 sets of razors there on each one, and they spin very quick. It's, you know, shaving thousands of times per minute on that bit of skin. And when you shave, you're meant to rotate it circularly on your face to properly catch all the hair. Even though they say it's the closest shave, you're still not going to get a shave as good as, say, like a normal razor, a Gillette Fusion. Personally, I love having a real close shave, but this isn't going to get you that. I mean, it's not going to leave you with, like, long stubble. It's going to shave you pretty short and have it pretty smooth, but if you run your hand over your face, you're still going to feel a little bit of hair there. And if you're not fussed about that, I mean, this is perfect for you. It's a quick way to shave, very convenient. And also, it will save you money on not having to buy new blades every month, which are pretty expensive, like $20 for a pack of 4 or something. You will have to buy a new head, depending on how much you use it. If you're a heavy user, I think it's once a year you replace the head, and the head costs about $100. Probably get it cheaper off eBay once again. So it can save you money in that aspect. As you can see, on the base model you've got this charge indicating system to show how much you've got left, rather than on the top model it'll say how many minutes you've got. When you plug it in charge, you can see it shows all the symbols there. To lock it, you can hold down this button for 3 seconds, and there, it's got the little lock symbol, and that means if you press the button, nothing will happen. So if you go traveling and you chuck it in your suitcase, just chuck on the lock and it won't drain the battery. To unlock, once again, hold for 3 seconds and it'll turn on. And as you can see, it's not actually that loud. I've used other razors before and they're a lot louder, so that's just with that. And you can take this head off just like that, and then put out the trimmer, which is, you know, for sideburns, and it works pretty well. Pretty neat system. It's probably, or in my view, the nicest looking shaver on the market. The most expensive one is even more better looking. It's got a metallic frame and a push button and all that. But once again, they're all going to give you the exact same shave. They've all got the exact same head. So it just depends if you want to spend the money or not. Basically, that's everything. I basically made this video because when I wanted to buy this razor, I couldn't find any good reviews on it. So if this has helped you make up your mind on whether you want to get it or not, that's good. And if you have any questions, just leave me a comment. Thanks. Catch you guys later.